Hello again, everyone. Scoons Comics here with another exciting, oh so thrilling comic book haul! Yes! Except once again, it's not a comic book haul. It's part 2 of my special look at an amazing series, criminally underrated series from DC Comics in the 80s, Secret Origins. If you missed part 1, please go check that out first, because it's part 1. Why would you watch part 2 first? That's just madness. But something I forgot to point out during part 1. So I talked about this issue of Secret Origins issue 6 featuring the Golden Age Batman. If you've seen the fantastic Batman documentary on Hulu about the origins of Batman and how it was formerly always credited to Bob Kane. Bob Kane was forever credited as the sole creator of Batman. Well, in actuality, he was mostly created by a gentleman named Bill Finger, who was the uncredited writer for this forever. But for various reasons, he was not credited. It was always Bob Kane. He died in obscurity. Sad story. Now, in current day, if you go to see the movies, if you see TV shows, or anywhere Batman appears, it is now credited as Batman created by Bob Kane with Bill Finger. So Bill Finger gets credit. It was always said that Bob Kane had some kind of Loctite contract with DC Comics that he was the only one to ever receive credit for creating Batman. So I saw that, again, watch this documentary, it's amazing. So in reading this comic, I was fascinated to see in the credit page, drumroll, very exciting again, based on the classic stories by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. So that's crazy. I didn't think they were even allowed to do that. So, just interesting. Just an interesting little comic nerdy fact that I enjoyed. Okay, on to more issues of this great series. Secret Origins number 15 featuring the Spectre and Deadman. I love this cover. Look how cool that looks. The Deadman story here has great Kevin Maguire art. Love Kevin Maguire. Just, such a cool book. And I have a random newsstand copy. A lot of these are the direct editions, but I have a random newsstand copy of this. Crazy. Awesome. See, it's always fascinating to me what they decide to put in these books, because I assume you'd want to put a lesser-known character with a well-known character. Thus, the lesser-known character gets the rub of appearing with Batman, Superman, whoever. So, Secret Origins 16, we have the Golden Age Hourman and the Warlord and Amazing Man. Not exactly, none of these characters were on Super Friends, right? So, just interesting, but again, always fun. The Warlord story's got Adam Kubert art, one of the Kubert brothers. I always enjoy. Cool book. Pick it up. All right, Secret Origins number 17, featuring Adam Strange and Dr. Occult. This one's cool because Dr. Occult was actually a creation of Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, the creators of Superman, and it came out before Superman. This is a character they created, and it was in, I'm sorry. I think it was in More Fun Comics in the 30s before Superman. That's when Dr. Colt appeared. But it wasn't like he had full appearances. It was like a 2-page story or a 4-page story. But, just another cool little fact. These guys went on to make Superman. But I wonder if they were always secretly like, man, Dr. Occult was so cool. I don't know. Cool stuff. Secret Origins number 18, featuring the Golden Age Green Lantern and the Creeper. I believe this Creeper origin story then tied directly into a mini-series written by Keith Griffin, who also does the writing here as well. So that's cool. They used a lot of these Secret Origin stories to launch into, spin them into the characters' mini-series or new ongoing series. This is very, very smart on DC's part. Oh, this next one's one of my favorite covers of the whole series. And one of my favorite stories, really. Secret Origins number 19, featuring Uncle Sam and the Guardian. Now, again, you could say, who and who? What? Why? All right, first of all, The Guardian is a creation of Jack Kirby. And Jack Kirby actually did the pencil work for this part for The Guardian here, not the Uncle Sam character. See, we got the nice Kirby signature down there. Excellent. So, here's the story on this cover. Again, Murphy Anderson did Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, another quality character. Murphy Anderson, I already said in the previous video, was a big fan of the quality books. He always wrangled to do anytime they did a Secret Origin of the quality comic characters. He wanted to be involved. So he does Uncle Sam here, and he does the Uncle Sam on the cover. But he also did the inking on the Jack Kirby work here. He asked specifically if he could do that because back in the 70s, when Jack Kirby came to DC Comics as the big coup being stolen away from Marvel, the powers that be at DC Comics did not like the way that he drew Superman's face. Did not think it looked... Superman should always look like, in that first issue of Secret Origins was Wayne Boring. That's how it should always look. That the classic Superman look should not change. And Jack Kirby has a very unique style, very distinctive. Anyway, Murphy Anderson was tasked with changing, basically just erasing the faces and redrawing them in the quote-unquote correct way. So he always felt guilty about that, and as a way to try to make amends, he really hoped he could ink this cover and help to make Jack Kirby's work just pop as much as possible. I think it looks great. They originally wanted to get the creators of both these characters to do the actual pencil work for this. Jack Kirby was in failing health and could only do the cover. Will Eisner, comic legend Will Eisner, could not. He was also a man of some age and could not pencil a story. But very cool thing, very cool book, just nice little piece of history, and I just love it. I just think it's so cool. Alright, number 20, Secret Origins, featuring Batgirl in the Golden Age, Dr. Midnight. Batgirl's origin also had to be tweaked here because it did not line up with the new DC Comics after the Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's very... Again, I love this series, but it really does not tie into what DC Comics wanted to do all the way. It's very interesting, very strange. Oh boy, this next one kills me. Secret Origins 21, featuring Jonah Hex and the Black Condor. The Black Condor I knew nothing about. I'm sure if you're a Black Condor fan, maybe there's some tremendous Black Condor stories out there. I don't know. Reading this, real quick origin of Black Condor, it's out in the Old West, right? And some pioneers are attacked and murdered by some marauders. Only this little baby survives. The baby is snatched up by a condor, and the condor raises the baby as one of its own. But it's a baby, it's a human, and it can't fly and stuff. But eventually it learns how to fly. Or glide. It's really not, I don't recall. But the human baby is raised by condors and learns to fly. Okay, right on, right on. Still makes me smile, though. Issue 22. Secret Origins starring the Manhunters. Manhunter's a character that had the same name, went to very different characters over the years. So this ties these very different characters all together under the Manhunter name. There you go. Boy, here's one that, were I the editor, I'd be like, let's get a better character in here somewhere. Secret Origins 23, starring the Floronic Man and the Guardians of the Universe. To which I assume, unless you're a diehard comic fan, you walked by on the newsstand and went, who? What? Why? But these are actually two really good stories. The Floronic Man is an interesting story. And a cool cover. So, again, there's no really bad issue of this entire run. Pick it up. Then we have, I think either this or the last issue was this first one. Well, hang on. Secret Origins 24, featuring Dr. Fate and Blue Devil. Mark Waid, who is credited as boy editor Mark Waid, takes over co-editing duties in this issue along with Roy Thomas. Mark Waid would go on to great acclaim in the comic industry, author of Kingdom Come, did a great run on The Flash, Fantastic Four. He's currently working at Marvel on Doctor Strange and many other titles. Great writer, one of my favorites. But he started out as an editor and had vast knowledge of all things DC, which served him well here. So, cool book, cool historical note. Then we have Secret Origins, number 25, featuring the Legion of Superheroes and the Golden Age Atom. Legion of Superheroes was kind of weird here because originally the characters are very closely tied to Superboy. Now in the post-crisis DC universe, I feel I should push glasses up on my nose if you say post-crisis DC universe, there was no Superboy. No Superboy. So they had to change the origin around a bit to make it work. And they did. Cool stuff. And last but not least, I have Secret Origins number 26, featuring Black Lightning and Miss America. Now this might be the only issue in the run that cliffhangs. You get the full origin of Miss America here, but Roy Thomas redid her origin in the post-crisis DC universe. Wonder Woman is not part of the old Justice Society of America. Justice Society of America came first, then the Justice League. Yeah. So Wonder Woman's not in that group. So Roy Thomas decided to plug Miss America here into her spot. So after her origin story here, the tale is continued in an issue of, is it All-Star Squadron? Oh gosh. Young All-Stars? One of the Golden Age books that he was writing for DC, I forget now, but I know it was continued. So the only one that I can think that's not just a one and done in here story. Cool stuff. And that's what I have this time, people. I'm really enjoying going back through these books. By all means, comic collectors out there, go back through your stuff, man. So many of us, I do it too. You collect something, the hunt is amazing, you read it, you own it, then you hide it away in a box. And then it doesn't see the light of day a lot of times. Go back through your stuff, man. There's such good stuff in there. I'm loving this series. It's so fun to reread some of these and go back through. And big fan. Great series. Pick it up. Thank you all for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, leave comments. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all next week.